Witamy Państwa na stoisku firmy RCM na Audio Show 2016. Chcielibyśmy Państwu przedstawić właściciela i projektanta firmy Vitus Audio, jednej z bardziej szanowanych marek na rynku produkującej sprzęt klasy high-end.
Well, it's a very good question. It's one of the reasons that we're here to try and figure out what is actually going on. I think it's more a general thing. I'm not sure it's, you can say specifically why are we viewed this way in the Polish market. I think it's general. And I think the key reason is that we really stick to the principles of what we do and how we design our electronics. We have some very simple, let's say, rules that we are designing, for a specific result that we're designing for, and we're never compromising on that. And that's at least one of the reasons why we are gaining more and more respect from the market, because we don't variate too much. We are going in one specific direction. One of the things I tried from day one was actually kind of merging tube sound and solid state sound. Playing guitars and drums myself, but especially guitars, I always preferred the sound coming from tube amplifiers, but I'm not really very good at designing with tubes, so I gave up on that. So I had to stick to solid state. Solid state sound is, has some positives in terms of dynamics, in terms of grip, especially in the lower frequencies. Tubes are really especially good with female voices and the higher frequencies. Very very good texture. So I was trying to merge these two. So I spent about 8 years trying to get to a point with a solid state design that was combining that. So really hard grip in the lower frequencies, extremely good control, but with a tube-ish type of sound without compromising neutrality. But it's really to create a sound that doesn't have any, doesn't give you any fatigue when you're listening for a long time. Because for me personally, I like to listen for not just 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. When I listen for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours and 4 hours. And I like to be able to do that without getting tired. So that's what I've been designing for. And what the market is telling us in the past 4 or 5 years is that exactly that's what they're hearing. And this is not something that I've openly told people much about, that's what the design goal was. So the fact that people are actually giving us that feedback, well, it almost sounds like a hybrid between solid state and tubes is, feedback obviously we're extremely happy with. So that's the simplest way I can kind of explain what we are doing and what type of sound we're after. So first of all, we have several different new units here. We have our new line stage, SL103, and we have the mono amps that we see in the back called SM011. And it's for us, it's always about retrieving as much information from the source and the material which is being played. So it's always about resolution. It's always about micro dynamics and macro dynamics, as they call it. We want to hear more. So we make the products more quiet, more efficient, and to gain a higher resolution. That's the really short version of the differences. For the power amplifiers, we redesigned the transformer. So we actually did stuff on the component level, and we adjusted our design around the new performance of the transformer. So it's a simple way of putting it, very simplified, because if I get really into the technical parts, we will be here for a very long time. So that's just to keep it, a little bit short.